like the Game Changer DNA system, that's a sizable investment for a lot of people. And I mean, I made more than that size investment back in 1992 when I was a Dead-Broke carpet cleaner, $30,000 in debt on credit cards, and and then $2,000 was a lot more money, back then. And then I invested another $1,800, because I spent $2,000 on my first VHS tape set, right? And from Gary Halbert, and then that led me to Dan Kennedy. But it was that investment in myself. I believed enough in my bigger future that I was going to do it. So, what do you think are the fundamental decisions that an entrepreneur needs to make in order to really, you hear terms like move your business to the next level. I mean, whatever the hell that means.
I think first off, one of the things I think is really good for people is to sit down and say, hey, what do I want my life to look like? How many hours do I work? Do I want to travel all over the country and do seminars? Maybe you like to do that. If you're a local person, how many hours a week do I want to be behind the counter? How many hours a week do I want to be at home writing copy? Do I want to be there on Friday and Saturday night when I'm the busiest? Or should I be spending time with my family? So I think you really have to take a look at first, what do you want the business to look like? And I mean, I'm sure you're the same way. I mean, really, I don't consider most of my work. It's just like fun.
Yeah.
So, I work like 7 days a week, but it's like not work to me. It's fun. So I think you have to look at, do I want to be behind the counter at my business, or do I want to be traveling all over? Because some people like to travel and be all over the country doing seminars. Other people don't. So
I only take it in doses. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can. Then you guys say, how much money do I want to make? How much time do I want to spend doing it? And you got to be realistic about it. I mean, I think a lot of people look at people that are successful and say, geez, it's pretty darn easy, right? Look at, they got this fancy thing, they go do this little seminar, but behind the scenes there's a whole bunch of other things that are happening to make it successful. And I think a lot of people have maybe unrealistic goals of, hey, I'm going to make $1 million next year, and all I got to do is turn on a little WordPress blog and do like a teleseminar once a month, and boom, we're going to have $1 million. And that really doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, it hardly happens at all. And I think there's a lot to, one of the things I've learned about business success is that you can't make $1 million a year with $50,000 a year skills, or $50,000 a year mindset, or $50,000 a year habits. I mean, you talked about time management, how you actually spend your time working on the most important things, early on in the day we talked about earlier. And one of the most important things for people to embrace and utilize marketing is they have to have a marketing mindset. And I really don't know a better person to actually give people a mental enema that many people need than Dan Kennedy, because of his just simply the bluntness of how he speaks. And now this is going to be the latest wisdom that Dan has made available to the marketplace in Game Changer DNA. And it's that sort of, just adopting that sort of mindset. And we've got less than 2 minutes left, and I'd love to have you speak to anyone that is, we're wrapping up towards the end of the day. We wanted to bring on all kinds of people that are, living examples of this sort of success, and have you convey to them what, in any way or shape you want to.
I can't really thank Dan enough for what he's done for me. I mean, like we didn't get paid to come out here.
Right.
This was, yesterday I got up at 2:45 in the morning to drive an hour and a half to get to the airport and fly out here, so I didn't have to take a 13-hour flight. And we got out here, and it's been nice, but I think they have to take the first step of saying, hey, I'm not going to buy any more shiny tools. I'm going to make some goals, and then I'm going to implement like hell, and then I'm going to take, what Dan's talking about in this is really how to influence people so they stick to you. So it's not like, oh, I did one product launch and boom, it's over.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people are doing that right now. They're like, oh, let's go out and make a bunch of money once and done. Well, if you don't have a business for the long haul, you got to be able to attract people to you and keep them for the long haul, not just for the short term. And I think you see a lot of it right now, especially with the internet, because they just go out there and they think it's all free to get in business, and you see so much junk, and people that are out there thinking, oh, I'm just going to do one promotion, I'm going to make a bunch of money, and then I'm going to go away. And I don't think that's how you build a successful business for the long term. So.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. So let's see, in 25 seconds, if someone is directionless, they all of this sounds good, but they don't really know where to apply. They don't know how to find a niche. I mean, would this work for them? Would this help?
Yeah, I mean,
would
I
this be a good
think, I
investment?
think what this helps them with is really saying, hey, what do I do well? What do I love to do? And then how can I go out and be helpful to some group of people that may want to pay me some money for something that I'm really interested in and I really like, but I can provide a valuable service to them.
Mm-hmm.
But since we like each other and we're kind of, normal, we have same hobbies and, things in common, what Dan's going to teach you is really how to use your personality and, really get those people attracted to you and then get them to like you so you can actually sell them some products that help them solve a problem they have. I mean, I really think that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah. Awesome. Are you going to be at the summit?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Info Summit, and I'll be there for all 4 days, and I'd love to meet some of the other folks that are watching. I know there's been a ton of people on today.
Yeah. There's been thousands of people at different points popping up in time. So thank you for flying down here. You're kicking ass and taking names. I appreciate it. Your main website is what?
I have one at DarrenSpindler.com. They can see KidsBowlFree.com. So either one of those, you can go check it out.
Awesome. Thanks, dude.
Right.
Thanks for coming down.
Appreciate it.
Really, yeah,
Thanks.
really appreciate it. Okay.